एवमेव भगिनी ध्वनिमुद्रणमपि करोति, द्वयमपि भवति। अहं दर्शयामि।
सोमस्यासि, सोमस्यासि, सोमस्यासि hitaH, सोमस्यासि sakhA hitaH, सोमस्यासि sakhA hitaH. This is Atharva 5.4.7. 5.4.7. Somasya sakhA asi. This is referred to Sacchidaananda. Asi, you are that. What is that? hitaH sakhA. hitaH sakhA. Sakha. Sa plus kha. Kya prakhatane is a root for it. Kya Mahaprana. Prakathane. Tha is Mahaprana. Kya prakathane. Prakathana is called. You are called so. How? Sakha. You are called by the same name. Called by the same name, those who are on the same plinth, those who are at the same level, those who are equal. There is some disconnection.
We heard until ka you are called.
Kya prakathane. Now here in this case you are called by the same name. That is, Sat also is called as Atma. Sacchidananda is also referred to as Atma. It is at the superficial level. But when you go deep, this is Jivatma, that is Paramatma. That difference is there. But still that Atma is common to both. Number one. Then Satchit always looks forward towards Sacchidananda for all its needs, for its help. As a friend looks at the other friend when they are in need. So Sacchidananda is referred to by the Satchits as friend, philosopher, guide, and called by the same name superficially. Atma. Sakha. hitaH sakha. The best friend, a comforting friend, a soothing friend, in whose company we feel peace. hitaH sakha. Asi, you are that. For whom? That's a very important thing. We have been discussing about this under several contexts. That is, we should deserve what we desire. before desiring, we should deserve. Then only we will get what we desire, what we want. So unless we deserve, we will not get what we need. So here, we want sacchidaananda to be our good friend, comforting friend, a shelter for us, a guide for us, fine. But for that, we have to deserve. What is that? sOmasyA. For Soma, you are that. sOmasya sakhA. Somasya hitaH sacchidaananda. Now, who is that Soma? Soma is Shui Abhishave. That's the root. Shui Abhishave. Chacha Jajanya. Shui Abhishave. Shu Prerani is also there. Shui Abhishave. Shui Prerani. Shu Prerani. Shui Abhishave. Shu Prerani. The Shu is Murdhanya. Second Shakara. Shu Prerani. Shui Abhishave, there also it's Murdhanya. Shu. Chacha Jajana. Shui Abhishave. Shu Prerane. From that comes the Soma. Abhishava is to trickle. Abhishava is to trickle. That is who really responds to the pain and pleasure of others, who is sensitive. His heart dissolves. His heart becomes fluid-like when they look at the pain of others. A sensitive heart. It melts. A melting heart. That is a heart which is full of mercy, full of compassion. The one who has it is called as a Soma. Shu Prerane, one who motivates, one who influences other people to the right path, he is also called Soma. That Soma is also there for Sacchidananda. Sacchidananda is also called Soma because he is merciful, compassionate, and motivates all Satchits. Soma is referred to Satchit also and Sacchidaananda also. Now here, because it is you are the friend, it is referred to Satchit. Satchit is referring to Sacchidaananda, saying that you are my friend. But how I should deserve it? I should deserve it by being merciful and compassionate towards fellow beings. One who is really merciful and compassionate towards fellow beings is the person who deserves the friendship of Sacchidaananda. And a friend will guide, a friend will motivate, a friend will share everything. Here in particular, it's the bliss, it's the peace we get. Sacchidaananda will share with us. But I have to deserve, for deserving it, I have to be compassionate and merciful towards all my fellow beings. I cannot be cruel. Soma in many contexts is also referred to as Karuna Rasa, a melting heart, a sensitive heart. Karuna Rasa, Soma is also referred to as Karuna Rasa. And God is merciful, compassionate. So as real devotees of God, we are also supposed to be equally compassionate and merciful. What's the benefit? Well, a good friend in Sacchidaananda. Onchur bisnirbeku inda. So if you understand this chemistry, if you understand this principle, Yes, in our life we will adopt compassion, mercy, and have a melting heart, have a heart which responds to, which is sensitive to the pain and pleasure of other fellow beings, other fellow creatures. And because of that quality, we get to enjoy the bliss and peace. And it will be given to us, it will be donated to us, bestowed on us by the sacchidaananda, because he is our great friend. hitaH sakhA. So whatever it gives us is always hita, soothing and comfortable and enjoyable by us. Somasya sakhAsi Somasya sakhAsi hitaH. We are all searching for peace. We are all searching for bliss. We are all searching for a friend to be with us always under any condition. And who would be that best friend? We mortal friends, yes, we too are friends, no doubt, but we mortal friends have got our own limitations, have got our own weaknesses. We have got our own time span. We cannot be friends forever. Because every one of us, we are bound to this Sharindriya Manas, and the Sharindriya Manas has got a span, has got a lifespan. It will end one day. All friendships will be gone. But the eternal friendship is with Sacchidananda. Wherever we are, in any form we are, in any life we are, yes, it is omnipresent and is present always, everywhere. So our friendship with Sacchidananda is the best. There is nothing equal to it. But we should be compassionate. We should be compassionate. We should be merciful. And this mercy and compassion is very specific for a human life. Friendship is forever. Friendship is forever. But deserving it, working for it consciously is when we are in a human form. Next one. Vacham jushtam. Vacham jushtam. Shra is once again murdanya. Vacham jushtam. Madhumatim avadisham. Madhumatim avadisham. Madhumatim avadisham. Vacham jushtam madhumatim avadisham. Jushtam, sha is murdanya, ta is alpa prana. Jushtam. Vacham jushtam madhumatim avadisham. Madhumatim avadisham. That's the splitting. Madhumatim avadisham. Vacham jushtam madhumatim avadisham. Avadisham, we shall speak. Avadisham, we shall speak. Vada vektayam vachi, that's the root. Vada vektayam vachi. Word that is expressed is called as vadati, vadanti, avadisham, different forms of it. Vada vektayam vachi. Vacham avadisham. We shall speak such words. We shall speak such words. which are Jushtam Madhumatim. Madhumatim, words which are very sweet and pleasing, heart-touching. Jushtam, Jusha Preeti Sevanayoho, that's the root. Jusha Preeti Sevanayoho. Words of love, words out of love, words with love, words for love, anything you can take. Vacham Dushtam Madhumatim Avadisham. Atharva 5.7.4. 5.7.4 is a piece from that mantra. 5.7.4. Living beings, men and other animals, they have got their own way of communicating with one another. When animals do communicate, they got their own sounds, they have got their own signs. So using their sounds and signs, they communicate. But the language and the expanse of communication is very limited in other animals. Their basic instincts, basic emotions, yes, they are able to communicate, but not a complex or complicated one, because their very mind setup is not suitable for it. It has got its own limited capacity. Within that, they communicate well. Hunger, anger, fear, love. Love, when I say it is not equal to the love of human beings, it is love for the purpose of reproduction. So many things they are able to communicate. They have got their own language, sounds and signs. But it comes to the question of human beings, their brain is very much developed. They have got a wonderful voice box. Such a developed, complex, progressed voice box is not there for any other animal. It's exclusively for human beings. They can produce a wide range of sound. And the brain is so powerful and developed that it can control the formation of these sounds and making it. Of course, sign language is also there. Sign language, you see different parts of the body. And finally, we can call it as body language. So I got our own body language. And sound also we can produce. It can be at a gross level, it can be a subtle level. Gross level, it is language. In a subtle level, it is music. Music is also an expression, it's also a language. We express our feelings in a very, very subtle way. For a language, we need to know the vocabulary. For a language, we need to be aware of that particular language in which they are communicating. But when it comes to sign language, you overcome it. When you come to music, you still overcome it. It is so subtle. Even if they don't know what the lyrics are, what they mean, the way it is rendered, we can get the feeling of happiness, sorrow, love, fun, frolic, pain, everything. Music is so subtle. It straight away touches our heart. It overrides the language of sound, the sound of language, and its sign language. It overcomes it. We have got a wonderful system of communication. It is very, very peculiar, unique, and special to human beings through language. When I say language, I mean all these things. Language through sound, language through signs. And in that language, through words and sentences, and also through music. All of these things. So in Vacham, when I say, it means all these things. Vacha paribhashane, that's the root. Vacha paribhashane. Paribhashana is to communicate, to speak in all respects. Paribhashana. Now this communication is very vital in human life, very vital. And this very communication, it brings us together, it creates enmity, hatred. Everything is possible through this communication, through these words. So when you are to speak, when you are to utter words, you should be very careful, very, very careful. Because that causes finally friendship or enmity. And these words are so sensitive that once it is uttered, it is gone, I cannot take it back. I have uttered, it's over. So before uttering, we should take all our precautionary methods and see that this communication always results in friendship and not hatred. Because we cannot live in an environment of hatred. We always want a friendly environment. And our very speech could be the instrument for that. If we just slip, because of the slip of our tongue, if you speak something nonsense, the whole environment will be spoiled. And where there was friendship, suddenly changes to enmity. Suddenly changes to hatred, suddenly changes to intolerance. You should be very, very careful when you are talking. In many Veda mantras, we have seen earlier also, how much emphasis they have given on our expression. Lakshmir nihitadhi vachi. I discussed already. Vachi means in our words. He is all our wealth, He is all our friendship, He is all our comfort. Saktumiva titavuna punantaha. The floor, we don't use it as it is. Before using it, we sieve it, sieving. So every word before we express it, it should be sieved for all dirty expressions, sinful expressions. We should remove them. And finally, only good words should come out. I have discussed about it. And whatever words we utter, we speak, we express, has to be with all love, jushtam, that is the word. Vacham jushtam, jusha priti sevaniya, should be with love. Love will not be in the words unless it is there in our heart. So love should be there in our heart, and the same should be expressed while talking. We should be very careful. What is there in the heart, we should speak out. Sevanayoho, it should be so pleasant, it should be so pleasing that the other person should be able to take it and make it their own. They should just appreciate the expression. They cannot take it and make it their own just because it is sweet. It should be sweet, no doubt. At the same time, it should be full with truth, It should be full of love. Only then they take it comfortably. It will be taken by the other person comfortably and make their own. Jushtam, it covers both the speaker and the listener. The word should be expressed with love, and the other person should be able to take it wholeheartedly and love it. Sweet, there is Madhumati. Madhumati. Madhu is a sweet. Madhu is sukha, that which results in comfort. Words are so very, very important in human life because they are the basic media of communication. Maybe sometimes we have to speak truth which is not palatable, which is not pleasing. Even then we should speak the truth and make it as smooth and as pleasant as possible. And make it clear that we are uttering this for your sake, for your benefit, for your improvement, for your development, for your progress. It's not out of vengeance, it's not out of hatred, it's not out of jealousy. So when you express it very clearly, even those words which are harsh but truth also can be conveyed. So what's the guideline? Vacham jushtam, with love we have to talk, with love we have to express, and make it as sweet as possible. Madhumatim avadisham. We shall always talk like that. Now imagine, most of the quarrels, most of the struggles, most of the misunderstandings between people is because of their own talk. Not just expressed in words, also sign, body language, all put together. People misunderstand. There will be a lot of confusions. There will be a lot of conflicts. But if you take care when you are speaking, yes, wonderful. The relationship will be excellent. We have spoken about expression and words many times earlier. Krishna in Gita, he summarizes all these things. And he says, the very way we speak also could be a tapas. He calls it as Vangmaya tapas. Walk again. Vangmaya tapas. The word what we utter should be understood as a tapas we are doing, a penance. It's not just creation of sound and blurting it out. No. It's not just that. It is a tapas. So how do you do it? He summarizes. Anudvegakaram vakyam. Anudvegakaram vakyam. That is, the word what we use should be beyond unhealthy emotions. Udvega.
Anudvega?
Anudvega karam vakyam. It's there in Gita. Anudvega karam vakyam. That is, the word should not be out of udvega, out of emotions. It should be balanced. And the word should not cause an unhealthy emotion in the listener too. It's two-way. The speaker and the listener both should not be dragged into unnecessary and unhealthy emotions. Anudvega karam vakyam. Satyam priya hitanchayat. Satyam should be truthful. Priya, lovable. Hitam, causing welfare. Satyam priya hitam chayat. So before talking, before expressing, we should take care whether these things are there in it. Anudvega karam vakyam, satyam priya hitam chayat. Swadhyaya abhyasananchaiva. Swadhyaya. It should be a result of our deep study. It's not a loose talk. It's not a loose talk. Before we talk, before we communicate, the communication should have been supported by a deep study of things. That means you should be scholarly. You should be knowledgeable. You should be wise. It's not just, I'm able to speak, I talk. No, it's not like that. Every word what I utter should be as a result of my deep study and understanding of life. Swadhyaya, Abhyasana. Abhyasana is experimentation, practice. So with that base, the word should come out of our mouth. Of course, the whole sentence or the communication or whatever I want to convey, that idea starts in the brain. Of course, the motivating force behind it is the Atman and it is samskaras. From there it begins. Brain is a tool. From the time when it starts in the Atma, it is in a subtle way. Sukshma ati sukshma. It is amurta. Amurta means without any shape. It's just an idea, it's just a concept. Now that should be converted into murta. That is into form of a word, a sound, a sign. Now during that process, you should be very, very careful how to do it. And at every step, you have to follow certain rules and regulations. Satyam, Priyam, Hitam, Anudvayakaram, and having the base of Swadhyaya and practice and experimentation. Then finally, yes, we use our tongue and speak out. Unless all these tests are done, we just use our tongue and produce that sound, any calamity may happen. Any calamity may happen. I got great examples. One example I can quote from Mahabharata. So in Mahabharata, they created this Indraprastha and they had their own palace. So they invited Kauravas also, Pandavas invited Kauravas also to visit that palace. And it was a wonderful palace, and a lot of illusions also were created in the palace. That is, they created one lake, which was really not a lake. It was just a plain land. But it appeared as a lake with water. And they had created one lake also, which appeared as land. And nobody will know that there was water. And it so happens that Duryodhana steps into it and falls, thinking that it is land. Just an incident. At that point of time, Draupadi makes fun of him. And says that she said, okay, son of a blind man is also blind. So very simple comment. Son of a blind man, that's Duryodhana's father. Dhritarashtra was a blind man, we know it. So son of a blind man too is also blind. Just this one sentence is a cause of the whole war of Mahabharata. It hurts him so much that he wants to take revenge to the core. That was the turning point in Duryodhana's life. He could not digest that word. He could not digest that sentence. He took it offensively. You see, just one sentence. We give so many causes for the war of Mahabharata. This, that, X, Y, Z. No. The main reason is this. This dirty remark of Draupadi. She could have controlled herself, or she could have expressed it in a different way, in a friendly, in a pleasing way, but she did not do it. Her comment was so sarcastic, was so hurting, that destroyed the whole clan, the whole nation. So many things got disturbed. That was the triggering point. Have you observed this? No. That was the triggering point. Just that one sentence uttered by her carelessly sarcastically, it disturbs the whole environment. So you should be very, very careful. You don't know what happens when. We must make our words very, very carefully. We must utter them very, very carefully. The whole cause of Mahabharata and Swar is in this particular one single sentence. Imagine. What all happened later, we know. How much disturbance it resulted in, we know. How many lives we lost, we know. And what was the disturbance in the whole country, we know. You see, it all happened because of one careless sentence. That was the cause. That was the real cause. Such things we can observe in several other lives also. One more latest, coming to the latest one. Dayananda Saraswati. He was also a great saint and he worked a lot for Vedas and so many things. He was traveling, he was moving, and once he went to one particular kingdom. The king was with a prostitute. He wanted to warn the king, as a king you are supposed to rule the country and not succumb to your carnal desires, your weaknesses. You should come out of it. This is what he wanted to say. But the way he said was very dangerous. He said, you are with a dog. You are with a bitch. You are not supposed to be a bitch with a bitch. You are supposed to be ruling the country full time. This is what he said. Now the word bitch what he used disturbed that prostitute. Maybe she's a prostitute, maybe she's a bitch, but to call a bitch is very dangerous. That's what happened there. She took it offensively and said, okay, I'll see to your end. And through some means she poisoned Dayananda Saraswati, and within a month he died. But for that poisoning, he was so healthy, he was so knowledgeable, and he could have done so many other works for the welfare of society. Could have done. But 1 minute's temper, 1 minute's Rajasa Tattva is part of the whole issue. By calling a bitch, that was over. Could have neglected her, they would have advised the king. That would have been wonderful. Or if you wanted to call her a bitch, you could have called her in her absence. But he did not do it, he did not care. One blunder, one word uttered wrongly at the wrong time, costed his whole life. Not only his life, a lot of social work what he could have done for several decades. All is lost. Just because he called a bitch. See? That's the latest example we have got. If you study the lives of so many people, this is what we are able to find. They talk nonsensely, they talk foolishly, they talk without giving a thought to it. What is it I'm talking? Should I talk like this or not? And if people who are in power, people who are in places who can influence others, we do such things, it results in blunders. You should be very, very careful. You should be very, very careful while talking. Forget about this level. Even in our lives, in our family lives, we see so many divorces. If you really study that, at one point or the other, one of the parties involved or both of them would have spoken nonsense to other. Otherwise, they will not get hurt and they will not insist for divorce. Yes, something wrong will go. Yes, something which will not match will happen, fine. But the very talk or noting about it or discussing about it, somewhere they have to use some words which they should not have used. They have to express something which they should not have expressed in that way. So they'll start insisting, no, I cannot live with you. I want to get separated from you. You just observe, most of the cases, 99% of the cases, the cause for divorce is a wrong expression, a wrong talk, an unpleasing talk. It happens. Not always. At one point it triggers. It's a triggering factor. When it triggers, we cannot say, we cannot force it, but it happens. Friendships. When two people, they get hurt, they get separated. Friendship is gone. If you analyze why, they say, you see, he's talking something nonsense. That would be the cause. The words what we express is so powerful, we should be very careful while doing it. We cannot take it for granted. We cannot speak whatever we want. We cannot express whatever we want. We cannot communicate everything. That means in the way we want. Yes, we have to communicate, we have to do it, but we have to do it in the best way possible. In a very pleasing, in a sweet manner. Madhumatim, Jushtam, Vacham, Avadisham. We should make it a principle, we should make it a guiding principle, we should make it a rule in our lives. Okay, I will talk, I'll speak, but my speech and talk will be pleasant. And just to make it pleasant, I'll not lie. That's also very important. Just to make it pleasant, I cannot speak something which is not realistic. I have to speak reality, I have to speak truth in such a way that it is pleasing, soothing, and with all love, with all affection. With anyone, with anyone. Now you see, even it works even with animals or pets. Many of you have your pets with you. Now how do you talk with them? Just imagine. You talk in a very smooth and sweet voice. Yes, they love you. You talk them with harsh words. They'll go away from you. Even animals respond for something which is sweet, for something which is pleasing, for something which is soothing, friendly. Why not human beings? They are more sensitive, they are more intelligent, they can analyze things. So our expression always should be with Jushta Madhumatim Vacham. It should be wholehearted. It should not be drama. Think something, talk something. No. Whatever I think the right things and talk the right thing as it is in my mind. And with all love, with all affection, and make it as truthful as possible. Maybe in the beginning, people, they are not used to such talks. If I talk frankly, very few people will be able to understand it for the first time. Doesn't matter, doesn't matter. Keep on talking like that. Today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow. And it is 100% certain that one day they will realize what the people are. And the credibility what we get, the belief what we get from them will be so much that they'll say, if they speak, it is truth and it's right. We need not worry about it. We need not doubt about it. That's the credibility what we get. That's the faith what we get in our words. It will happen. But maybe it takes a little time. And I have been telling, and the Vedas have been repeating it, that is, whatever you talk should be supported by your action. If I talk something and do something else, it will not happen. It will not work. What I speak and what I do, there should be some correlation between, some support, mutual support. What he does, he talks. What he talks, he does. If that is the condition, yes, things will happen. Definitely it will happen. And our words will carry weight. Because they say, okay, what they speak, they are doing it. They're honest. They're honest. And whatever they speak, it is for our welfare. It is for the good of all. And it's all with love. It's all with compassion they are talking. Yes. Our words will be recognized so in a very short time. But till such time, we should be tolerant and should be pursuing it. We pursue it, yes, it will happen. What is the guidance? Vacham, Jushtam, Madhumatim, Avadisha. Will always speak words which are Jushtam, out of love, and Madhumatim, which are sweet. That should become our guiding principle. Now, if you really follow this guiding principle, maybe as on date, let me imagine, we have got a few people who don't really like us, who don't really love us, or who hate us, or who are jealous about us. No problem. You behave in the same way. Them also, even their jealousy will vanish, their hatred will vanish, and they'll become a good friends. We can create a friendly environment wherever we are. And if this principle is followed between countries, nations, there will be no war at all. The same principle. It is so powerful. It's followed by the nations. There will be no world war. It will be world peace always. We can achieve it. Talk friendly. Talk in a humanly way. Talk with love. Talk with concern. It will happen. The words what we utter, in particular in human race, in the human community, talking and words are very, very important. If you take care of it, it takes care of every other thing. Communicate well, communicate with heart. Of course, words are there as a media, but words are not important. The words have to be full of love, full of sweetness, and that can be given only by our heart. Heart speaks. That's about this Veda mantra. Vacham jushtam madhumatim avadisham. Next one. Aratim pratiharyata. Aratim pratiharyata. 576 Atharva. 576. Aratim pratiharyata. Now, before I go to the explanation of this one, we are discussing about this Vacham Jushtam Madhumatim Avadisham. Now, please note, it is a piece of the Veda mantra from Atharva Veda. And there is a great allegation on Atharva Veda. This I have been telling again and again. Once again, recollect and repeat it. Atharva, they say it speaks of black magic, it speaks of Uchatana, it speaks of this and that, where it is meant to harm others. What does this Veda mantra say? It's speaking of love, it's speaking of sweet words, it's speaking of words from the heart. Now, this is the basic concept that we find in Atharva Veda. Can there be black magic in it? Can there be something which intends to hurt somebody else? No. It is misinterpretation. It is understanding Atharva Veda mantras wrongly. That's not the reality. That's not the truth. Because this is the style Atharva speaks. Vacham jushtam madhumatim avadisham. And this is the style it speaks. It can never speak the opposite of it. Totally opposite of it. Never. It's for love. It's for human relationship. It's for better world it's speaking of. And in that mood, in that style, there is no place for hatred, there is no place for black magic. It's not there. It's totally misconception. We have to make it very clear. If we don't do it, if people say that there is black magic in it, people will fear to touch it. And they miss all words like this, all golden words like this. They miss it. These guidelines, we miss it. Which is the very cause for our better living. Okay, Aratim Pratiharyata. Haryata, Hri Harane. Hri Harane. To take out, to take off, to defeat. To snub, so many things. Haryata, Hri Harane. Aratim, Radane is a root. Radane. Rati, that nature of sharing, that nature of giving. Arati, opposite of it. Miserliness. Selfishness. That is Arati. I don't want to share anything with us. I want everything for me. One is possessive and selfish. That nature is called as Arati. Now, oh God, please snatch it away. Please remove, please snub that nature of arati, that nature of selfishness. Very simple meaning. Aratim pratiharyata. Let the selfishness be gone. Let be taken away from me. Let me not be selfish. Simple. Now what happens? A selfish man grabs and amasses wealth, rightly or wrongly. The person is not bothered whether he is earning rightly or wrongly. And he never gives. That's arati. He never shares. He never donates. He never contributes, whatever you say. He wants everything, he wants to take, and he is not a giver. I have discussed several times. This whole world depends on that big chain of give and take. There cannot be only givers, there cannot be only takers. It's a big chain. We give, we share, and get our share also. Because we are not by ourselves 100% self-sufficient. Maybe with reference to our material things, maybe with reference to our spiritual things. We are not 100% self-sufficient. And we are all social beings. We live in a group. We cannot live alone too. So what happens? That give and take is a must. That chain of give and take is a must. But the rules also I told. We should not expect something from where we have given. Not necessarily. And there is no rule that we have to give it to the very person from whom we have taken. To give them is fine, but there is no rule. You give it to X, Y, Z. Keep the wheel of give and take turning, moving. It will move. It goes somewhere, it comes from somewhere, it goes somewhere. It could be a very small circle sometimes, it could be a very big circle sometimes. But the cycle of give and take is a must for the existence of this universe. It's a must. Give and take. So for this wheel running, at a small level or a bigger level, we should be generous enough to give. If we are not giving, things will not happen. The whole wheel comes to a grinding halt. We also will not get what we want. We also will be in trouble, and we put others also into trouble. Keep the wheel of give and take. Adana, pradana. That's the words what he used. Pradana is to give, adana is to take. Adana, pradana should be running. And this adana, pradana has to be done in the best way possible. Two things. Okay, for giving sake, I give it. No. I have to give what is to be given in the right proportion, at the right time, wholeheartedly. Then only it is called an adana. It's not just throwing away something. No. With all respect, with all reverence, I have to give it. And whenever I'm taking, with all gratitude, I have to take it. So only then this cycle of giving and taking will run smoothly. It's not just keeping the wheel running. It is to make the wheel run smoothly. And which is a lubricant? The love, the selflessness, and the sense of sharing. Now all this will lubricate and the wheel runs well, smoothly. Keep it running. Don't worry, you have given somewhere. Don't worry, it will come to you manifold in some other direction. It need not be from the same source. You will get it. It happens. So keep this wheel running, and for that we should be givers. We should sacrifice. We should give our best. We should give our best wholeheartedly, lovingly. That is called arati. That is called rati, and opposite of it is arati. Not doing so is arati. Let this not doing so be taken away from us. Haryata. Pratiharyata, let it be taken away from us. That is, we should keep this wheel running. And if anything is there which obstructs this wheel running, that is this arati. Arati is selfishness. Arati is holding on to things and not sharing. Let this be gone. Let it not be there. In us, anywhere. Aratim pratiharyata. You fight against it and remove it. Of course, it's a prayer. It's a prayer. Let it be removed. But his prayer will materialize only when we deliberately work for it. It will not happen automatically. Whenever there's an opportunity for us to share, whenever there's an opportunity for us to give it. And of course, one thing is certain. We should see whether they deserve it or not. Give it to the deserving, not to the undeserving. But when it comes to the question of food, that deserving or non-deserving is not there. Because whatever food we give, that will transform them, that will work in them and make them more polite and sober. Even if they don't deserve, for some reasons. The food what we give will bring out a transformation because we are what we eat. We are what we eat. So when it comes to the question of food, don't worry about deserving or not. Give it. Let them eat. Let them be happy. But other things, when you are giving, we should see, we should be careful that it's going to a deserving hand or not. Because whatever we give, whatever we donate, if it's misused, we will be the cause for it. Giving should be there. While giving, we should be careful about the deserving and the non-deserving aspect. And that also we can ignore when it is a question of food. Give the right food, and in course of time, they also get transformed to the right way. They become deserving. Even to the undeserving, give the right food, and there's a medicine for them. It works with them. But for that food, if you are giving anything else, yes, it's fine. I got that giving attitude. We have to give, but we should see whether they're deserving or not. Only to the deserving you give and share. For undeserving, you tell them, because you're undeserving, I'm not able to give it to you. You become deserving, yes, you will have it. I love to give you, but not as you are. As you are, whatever I give is detrimental to you and the society around. It will spoil you and the society around because your nature and outlook and behavior or character is not congenial. I cannot give it. Just mend it. Yes, I will give you with love. I'll give you. It's for you only. It's reserved, but I'm not changing hands now because your hands are not clean. Clean it. It's yours. As you start dealing with this process of giving and taking in this way, yes, definitely the situation around us, the environment around us will change a lot. And that's the purpose of this Veda mantra. Aratim pratiharyata. Let us be in a mood to give. Let us be ready to give. Let us be ready to give the best thing. Let us be ready to share with those who deserve. Everyone deserves in case of food. As far as food is concerned, everyone deserves it. Those who are hungry, they deserve it. Anyone, don't look into any other factor. They are hungry, they deserve it. They deserve food. One beautiful thing between food and material is this. You start giving them food. At one point of time, any person who is hungry, who is provided with food, will definitely say, I'm satisfied, I'm contented, stop it. And you start giving material, they never say. They never say. You give and give, they say, they take and take. And they will say, I want some more, I want some more, I want some more. Even if you give them the wealth in the whole world, they'll say, can I have some more? See, that is the nature of human being. They're so avaricious. They're so selfish. But it comes to the question of food, at one point they'll definitely say, I'm okay, it's enough. It should not happen with reference to materials. That's why everybody or anybody who is hungry deserves food. There's no problem at all. But with materials, you should be very careful. Because the materials, what we give, we have to share, may be used, may be abused, may be misused. So there we have to take, or we have to have our own care. But anyhow, that nature of giving should be in us. That selflessness should be in us. The sharing quality should be never us. That is for our good. How we share, that process is different. We have got different laws governing it. That's fine. But what should be our basic nature? Our basic nature should be to love, to give, to share. Be selfless. Aratim pratiharyata. There are many such mantras. We speak about this arati. There's one more word which also we have discussed, which is equivalent to this arati. That is Rai Dane, same root, Ravana and Aravana. Ravana is the nature to give. Aravana is, which is selfishness. Aravana. Apagnanto Aravanaha. Another place you find that Aravana and Arati, they are same. Aravana, you should note down correctly, because we are always pulled towards that word Ravana. No, it's not Ravana, it is Ravana. Y is a half consonant and Na is there. Ravana. But in Ravana, Y is full. Na is also full. Ra is Dirgha. But here Ra is Dirgha, fine. But Y is a half consonant and Na, Ravana. Aravana. Aravana is the opposite of it. Selfishness. The nature of not sharing. The nature of grabbing and holding everything, amassing. That is Aravana. Let it go. Apagnanto Aravana. Let it be broken into pieces. Let that nature not be there. It's there in another Veda mantra elsewhere. Aravana. Aravana, Arati. They're all on the same plinth. They mean the same thing. And to fight against it is the emancipation for human beings, is a progress for human beings. That nature takes them ahead. So such sentences, such guidelines are there in many, many places. All the 4 Vedas put together. Aratim pratiharyata. Let it be defeated. Let it not raise its ugly hood. Let it be snubbed. Let it be snatched away. Let it be taken away from us. We shall have that nature of, we shall have that quality of sharing and giving. Aratim pratiharyata. How much we give, that's another very important. How much we give. Should we give everything we have and become empty-handed? No. We should give according to our capacity. Wholeheartedness is one thing. That's called udarata. And the other one is called a samarthya. According to our capacity, we should give. Maybe the capacity with which we are giving may not be sufficient to the other person. That doesn't matter. Give to the best extent possible. Give to the extent you can. You can. Give it. Be liberal. Be liberal. By giving so, don't get into a problem of your own basic needs. Your own basic needs. First principle. Second principle, sometimes we'll be required to sacrifice even our basic needs and give it if the situation demands. Be prepared for it. Generally, the general instruction for all is to give to the best extent possible what you can spare. Number 1. But under circumstances which demand so, even everything what we have got, we should be prepared to give. Now to this state, or the people who are in the 4th stage, Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyasa. Those in the Sannyasa Shamma, they are asking for this. Give everything, everything. You are in the last phase of life. I have seen the whole world. Give everything what you can to the world, even if it demands your life. You see, that's the extent they speak of. But for those sannyasis, but for those who are in the 4th phase, other people, they are asked to give to the best extent possible what they can spare. In emergencies and where it needs so, okay, sacrifice everything. What is it you are sacrificing? You are sacrificing your shariri indriya manas. You are sacrificing your possessions. But because of this sacrifice, your soul becomes stronger and purer. You are gaining there. Material things you are losing. The relationships you are losing. But you are gaining in the form of spiritual strength, spiritual purity. It's the ultimate goal of human life. It's a great opportunity you have got. Get it. Sacrifice anything you can. Really, you don't lose it. Really, you don't lose it. Because all these material things, all this relationship are meant to lose, are meant to be lost. If not today, tomorrow. It's not permanent. We're losing it. Anyhow, we are losing it. We are losing it for a cause. We are losing it for a purpose. It results in the strength and purity of the soul. Great. What we could have achieved in the whole life, we are achieving it in one instance. Excellent. But that's the extreme case. But that's the first case for those who are in the fourth phase, sannyasa. The first preference for them and the last preference for others. But anyhow, mentally, they are prepared for it. That is arati. Arati is the opposite of it. Arati is to be prepared for it. So not prepared for it is arati, and let it not come near us. Let it be away from us. We are ready for sharing. We are ready for giving what best we can. And internally we are ready to give everything if it demands, if the situation demands. We are ready. That is rati. That is the mindset which is capable of sharing, is capable of giving, and if it demands everything, including life. That's a great thing. So we have seen in many agitations, in many revolutions, people have shed their life. All, irrespective of in what phase they are, they have shed their lives, they have sacrificed for the benefit of other living beings, for the sake of the future generations. And because of their sacrifice, today we are happy. Today we are leading a comfortable life. But our comfortable life is not just because of our working, but because of the sacrifice of so many of our predecessors. In the same way, if the situation demands, we should be prepared to give. And that attitude, mentality, aptitude to give is called as arati. And arati, the opposite of it, let it go from us. We are in the cycle of give and take. We are prepared to give everything depending on the situation. Those who are deserving, wholeheartedly, lovingly. So that's about this. Other things we'll see in the next class. And Shriramji and Shanti Bhagini. So I got this month's lady special.
Oh, samyak.
And upon it we find the photo of Shanti Bhagini and Lekha.
Yes.
You also got it?
Yes.
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 And she has made out one article also. She quotes what all the works you are doing.
Yeah.
That's fine. I read it slowly. I could understand not every word, but I get the content of it. It was fine. So convey my regards to your mother.
Definitely, I will do that.
Okay. Thank you all. Thank you.
Dhanyawada, Sharma.
Dhanyawada. ತುಂಬಾ ಗಂಟಲು ತೊಂದರೆ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ.